So, what is the snowball marketing strategy and why is it so important for your success online? My name is Jacob of Jacob LE Video Production, and the snowball idea is one I came up with myself, but I see a lot of other people using this imagery or this concept because I think it illustrates it so well. So, I want you to picture you're at the top of a little hill and you're trying to make the biggest snowball possible. So at the very start, it's really slow going. You start with a tiny little bit of snow and you're packing it on. It's too small to even really effectively roll. And then you get a little momentum going. You can actually roll it in the snow and it can pick up more and more to the point where you can kind of like push it down the hill and a bit of an incline. And you can use that momentum where suddenly it's picking up more and more and more snow until this thing goes from medium size to huge really quickly. And I think this can be true for a lot of social networks. Now, the example I'm going to give is for Instagram because there are a variety of ways to grow that channel. So picture you have 200 followers. It can be easy to get to that point because you can ask your friends or family or people you know. But let's say you want to get to 2,000 followers on that platform. Now, I do want to say it's not all about numbers. You want people who are engaged and who are a fan of you and who will miss you if you went away. But your avenues are a lot more limited because, here's how you could grow on Instagram. You can encourage people to comment and tag other people, which would insert them into the conversation. But you may be getting 8, 9, 10 likes or only a couple comments, so that's going to be pretty rare that you'll have a lot of people inserting themselves in the conversation in that way. Another way that more people can find your page is by using hashtags. Now, for any given hashtag, there will be the top 9 results, the top posts, and if you rank on the top 9 on a huge hashtag, that will do wonders for your channel. If it's Throwback Thursday, the top 9, anyone who goes to that hashtag will be able to see your post, but also people who follow that hashtag will be shown some of the top posts. So that would mean tons of people are seeing your content, can like it, comment, and follow your page. But, if you're getting 9 or 10 likes per post, you're not going to rank on those top hashtags. It's very competitive. It's going to be posts that are getting a ton of comments and engagement and likes because they've shown that that's content people really respond to already. So you can find certain hashtags that aren't being used all the time. These can be really local ones that have 4,000 or 5,000 posts. And you can be, getting in front of more people using those. It'll just be a much, much smaller pool. And Instagram has an explore page as well. However, your chances, if you have 200 followers and are getting 9, 10, 11 likes, are very slim of making it on any explore pages at all. Also, collaborations are something that you can use to grow your channel, but that's a way to share audiences. So if you try to approach someone with 50,000 followers and are like, hey, let's do something together, I'll send my, 95 people to you, they're not going to have an incentive to really want to do that, and you can't capture any of their audience. So what would be some strategies to actually grow your channel on different platforms? Well, with Instagram specifically, it's all about engaging with people, liking posts, commenting, inserting your opinions, finding questions that you can answer, just constantly engaging with the community, and a percentage of people will be like, that was a really good answer. I wonder what this person's about. They'll go to your page. If your page and your content is amazing, they will follow you. You can grow and expand. And, I encourage you to find people to interact with that are the type of people you want to be following you or are potential clients or customers. Now, and also, using hashtags can grow it by a little bit. Using the location can grow it by a little bit. You really want to keep track of if you're showing up on any hashtags, which ones are doing well, what types of posts people respond to. what type of posts people actually are tagging their friends in. So you can just keep that going, but it is a little slow at the start. But now let's compare that to having 20,000 engaged, active followers. So the first thing is hashtags. You can compete for a whole lot more hashtags, if you're getting 1,000, 1,500 likes and lots of comments and engagement, you can have a lot more people, tagging their friends and inserting, and it can spread in that exact way. But when you're going for more competitive hashtags, you can get in front of a whole lot more people, like 1,000 new people who have never heard of you. They can find your content, they can see what you're about. You may have a shot of actually making it on an explore page, which would mean a ton of people who are scrolling through that could find your content in that way. And for collaborations, if you approach that person with 50,000 followers, even though you have a little less, if you do all the work and come up with an amazing idea and are like, hey, I have these amazing 20,000 followers, they're active, they're engaged, they'll be able to see your content. Some people may want to take you up on that, and suddenly you can get in front of, their audience of 50,000 new people. So I hope this illustrates, the exact way that once you get that momentum going, the opportunities can lead to exponential growth where it can get a lot easier. It's always a hustle, it's always challenging, but it's just vastly different. I think it's a lot harder going from 200 to 2,000 than it is, going from 20,000 to 30,000. So how can we take this information and apply it to growing our online following or growing our business's presence online? So really, it's all about going really deep with at least one channel. Actually taking the time to not only post consistently, but engage with people, answer questions, and let's say if it's YouTube, if you're posting once every 2 weeks, it's going to take absolutely forever to grow that channel. But if you start posting 3, 4, 5 times a week and train yourself to be able to speak eloquently on camera and do things quickly and produce a lot of great content with a rapid pace, you can speed that up exponentially, because really it's posting 100, 200, 300, 400 videos and doing keyword research, thumbnails, learning, adapting. That's what's ultimately going to bring you the success. So I just don't want people to have their attention split in 8 different ways and never be able to see any one channel truly take off and get that growth. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this videos. Please ask me any questions that you may have. Thanks again for your time.